So, hello everyone. So, I'm really unsure of how to make any of this because I was not expecting to really make a high till like let's play my first video. I was just really feeling fed up today. I laid down on my bed for a really long time, and I was like, hey, maybe I want to just like record this, just like get it off my chest, and like have it have some cool gameplay with it. Also, the game looks like shit. Now that is better. Definitely better than the good old Minecraft vlog. So, anyways, where I was just feeling really fed up today. I really wanted to like continue with my build. Like, look at this. I found this really cool rocks here. That's the name that I have for them. Cool rocks. They're in the middle of the ocean, and there is like almost nothing else in between them. Like the next chunk of land. I love them. I'm probably gonna build a castle here. And I was trying right there. You can see that I was like trying to see like which blocks would fit better. I think these are not the ones. Oh no, these are the ones. But yeah, I'm going for volcanic bricks. And if you know anything about the game, you know that those like take a lot of time to break. Yeah. So I probably have to make a good pickaxe right now and go get that. And I don't want the energy of this like just turn on OBS and just start recording, save whatever into the camera, and just like get it off, get it onto the internet. I don't want it to just be so negative, but at the same time, I am just feeling negative right now. I really just don't want to do anything. Like I could have just stayed in bed and not record it, not do anything, but I feel like it's necessary because it's part of what I want to talk about precisely. So, I'm gonna be trying to get the volcanic brick and probably fill this area with the smooth bricks. Probably gonna try filling them all, but I think I'm just gonna try filling this one in because I think this is gonna be like the most irregular castle ever. Like I really like these rocks. I cannot express it enough. I really like these rocks, but the islands, like the extent of distance between the rocks makes it so hard to just like do anything with them. But I love them. I really love them. Also, a funny thing about the ocean. When I first saw these, hold on. Wait, that's actually a shark. Yeah, but I was gonna say that the first time that I saw one of this like any creature in the ocean, I thought that it was like a leviathan from Subnautica. It was gonna come to me and just kill me instantly. But it ended up being a whale, and I'm very glad for that. These traps are empty. Awesome. But yeah, that is the plan basically. I'm just going to try and cool off a little bit while trying to get some volcanic rock. I should be mining that ore actually. Let's see if I can make a pickaxe. Probably just remember I may not have the shit. So we're gonna go into the depths again. That's gonna be a lot of digging. Actually, I forgot about this. Like, I forgot which is the mine that actually leads me to the um. So this was definitely not here. Yeah, definitely not here. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna like start talking about what I have in my chest before I just forget about it because I just really wanted to get it in the video. So I've been getting really upset recently about probably something that everyone has found at some point in their lives, probably more recently, more than anything, and it's the fact that you see a lot of people that have started just like using AI or doing like the easy uh, way to perform in terms of like long-term success. Everyone is trying to do the same thing. Everyone is trying to get the most amount of success, the most amount of money, the easiest way possible. I'm okay with that. And so I wanted to call this the lazy money, lazy income like way of producing money. This was not the way. And I call it this way because you start seeing a lot of these like people, a lot of this like so quote unquote like young entrepreneurs, whatever the word is. I respect that they're trying to get themselves some money. They're trying to make a company for themselves, but what most of the time ends up being as is just like, I'm just gonna automate this YouTube channel. I'm gonna automate the whole process. Gonna make it AI, and you end up looking like, and it's all of these channels that is just compiling the same kind of like topics, and they make many of these, and there are some, the most outrageous channels, the ones that appear in my feed the most are the ones that are like X thing explained, and that's the whole deal of it. It's just X thing explained, and the whole channel is just that, like a thousand videos of that thing explained, and that's the whole idea, that they find a repeatable formula that they can just squeeze over and over again, and they get a very little amount of views, hoping that one of those videos just blows up, and they make nothing different for any of the new videos. They just hope that it blows up. And so about here, like trying to think really hard of like one good video that I could get successful with. I put a lot of effort into it, and let me remind you that this is not applied to just YouTube. It's just like anything that includes like the modern day and age. There has been this problem, and I would call it an actual problem. And this is not the mind that I should be getting to. What this is causing is a shortage of quality that is not compensated by the amount of quantity of what is being produced. Because a lot of these people are just going for the money. Quite in the quite literal sense, they're just trying to go for the money, or they're not trying to do anything to get better. They're not trying to do anything to stand out. They're just doing it for the sake of doing it, because it produces like $1 or $3 of AdSense, and if they get one viral video, they will get like $10, and that's it. No, not that I want to brag or anything, but like I know how it is, and I'm basically putting this in like an alt account, because I really just want to like not try doing any of that. I don't want to put any like actual high effort into what I'm doing. Like the whole idea of what I was gonna start with this channel was just like Balatro daily gameplay number 1043, and it's actually an undercover review of like another game, which I'm probably gonna do, but I just haven't gotten myself to put the video together. Like the script is done, the editing is, and the footage is everything there, but I just haven't put myself to do the video. Why? Because I'm a bit lazy, but also because I wanted to have at least two or three more videos that I could upload in like a month or two since after I upload the first video. And I wanted that to be like my thing that characterizes me, that I'm doing like what seems the most mediocre shit ever, like as first impression. But like I also wanted to subvert expectations. Mouse. I love the mouse. And so I wanted to subvert expectations, and this is something that I shared just like as a random thought the other day on Blue Sky. Follow me there, please. Is subverting the expectations the newest trend, or is just a thing that now people are expecting nowadays, or is just a thing that I'm probably putting too much thought into? Because my thought process behind that was that there are a lot of this like a lot of analysis and a lot of thought into pieces of media that just attempt actively to subvert expectations. I'm trying to say that it's a good thing if you actually manage to subvert the expectations and make something productive out of it, and that's where everything that I'm talking about is where I want to lead it. Mole. That we should be thinking as a society about things that are productive, because if you're just giving a little bit of your time, and this is the reality of like all of these like automated channels, they're just giving a little bit of their time in exchange of perhaps getting paid from a YouTube video. And that's a reality, perhaps getting a big payout from a YouTube video. There is no in between of people that are like actually trying, because if they would be actually trying, they would not be trying to do the same thing that every single person is doing. And now this also goes to another little argument, like, wouldn't the thing that I'm doing right now, it's technically that, because I'm not doing anything different than Mr. Let's Player number 1048. I know that. Believe me, that I know that. And that's the whole idea of the channel, that it's going to be something that there is a production value there, but a lot of the content itself is just going to be centered around just like my person. I don't know if I'm even like explaining it the right way. What's happening here? Oh, it's a wizard. Also, FYI, if you haven't noticed, I'm playing Hightail. I'm playing the pre-release part 2 for the update 5. I think it's a part 2. Rat! I'm a big fan of rodents. And so I'm getting distracted, but yeah, the counter argument that you can make for what I'm doing is basically, if I'm basically with this video just trying to do the same thing that every other Let's Player or person that has done YouTube in the last 10 years has already done. Just like that, I'm basically trying to just turn on the recording software and hoping that something actually cool happens. I might actually save this place. This could be a good place to farm later. I thought I was gonna get to the nether with this, but no. And so that's a whole conception. Like, am I doing something different compared to the other thousand million, probably billion people that have already tried doing what I'm doing? No. And that's the whole idea of this, that I'm not trying to be outstanding in the sense that I'm not trying to really be different, like with my first video, and I'm gonna like release a 10 million view video by tomorrow or something. I don't want to be the next Mr. Beast, for good reasons. Number one, I just wanted to be more chill, because apparently a lot of people have been trying to make this like not just whatever I'm doing, but just make the entire thing, the whole like workflow, easy and enjoyable to produce. And that's probably the part that I want this whole channel to be centered about, something that could be easily produced yet enjoyable. I don't want it to be any AI slop. I'm okay with people calling my channel slop, because it's technically lower effort that I could actually produce. Could I produce things of higher effort? Yes, of course I can. And so that leads to the other point that I wanted to talk about. Let's say that you're a pot maker, right? Let's say that you're a pot maker. You know how to do the most basic of pottery. You put at least You put at least the little effort in whatever you do to try and make it look beautiful. You try to make it durable. You try to give it the extra coating that most other people won't. But all of a sudden, all of these people, there is just a new business in the pot making industry, of like, people just come up with these big machines that can produce clay, extract clay, and produce the processed clay as pottery at a way faster rate that you can do, and the quality is questionable at best, but they're producing more, and the people just like the fact that it is more and it's being produced for cheaper. But still, there are people that appreciate the what do you call it, like the thought of this being specifically of being handmade, but also the fact that this could be, for example, customizable if you ask for it. This could be also something with a more thought put into it. If you actually ask for something like, I want this thing, but I want it bigger. I want this to say like the name of my third spouse or something. This was not mine I wanted to get to. I don't think I can get to hell with this one. So I'm probably just rambling, as I thought that I would. That this is what I'm saying. Like, if I'm actually going to record something like this, the first thing that I would do is just plan it out a little bit. Maybe write down a couple of notes and like a piece of paper, just so that I could go through them as I play the game or something. But I'm also trying to make it so that I'm trying to at least complete the objective that I have for this. That is just the fuck's that? To get to the Nether, to get the cave rock. Sorry, the the Nether rock, the volcanic rock. I really want the firm build. I could just like do the slash gib item, but this is survival. You're missing the point of survival. And so I'm a bit sorry, but at the same time not so sorry that this is just a mess of a video. But you know, I'm feeling better than I felt at the beginning of the video. So that's something. This is at least therapeutic for me. I hope that it could be also therapeutic for someone else. But this is basically what I'm struggling at. That there is a very, we could call it specter. That could be like the good word for it. Oh, finally. So this is what I'm like struggling with. Not for example. This is what actually is happening. I am trying to outstand a lot and put a lot of effort and a lot of thought into every single thing that I do, every single thing that I try to plan out, but in every single aspect of my life, no matter if it's like actually YouTube, if it's like my work, my regular day job, or anything else, I feel like I'm just being overflooded, and that I'm being outskilled by just Mr. Nobodies with artificial intelligences, and that they need the AI to do absolutely everything, but yet they put themselves at a higher level than you. Not because they're doing something actually different or something quote unquote better, but just because they're cheating the system in the way that in a way that they understand that it's wrong. They don't care about it, and they will keep doing it. This is something like the Hustlers University, I think was that I saw recently by Coffeezilla, one of the old Hustlers University's videos. That is like the guy that knows that that fishing and using AI just to make a fake OnlyFans, it's bad, but he keeps doing it. Like he keeps saying that it's a bad thing, and but he still teaches how to do it because it produces a lot of money. And this is something that Mr. Coffeezilla, great guy, you should follow that guy. He shows a lot of these people that should be authority figures, people that should actually show like where humanity should be heading to. But they are doing the worst shit ever. They actually just get bought out by gambling sites just because it's a big payout. But they have personal experiences with gambling that have left them ruined and everything. And this is the part that I don't understand. Like, at what point do you sell not only your humanity, you sell your own values, you sell your morality for a little piece of crap in a computer that can just tell you like the exact date of your death? The whole idea is that we're basically selling our souls, our humanity, for the sake of making money. And this is not like it's something new. I'm aware of that. This is not like it's a new trend because people have always tried to go for the gold. That's quite literally it's called a gold rush every time that the new thing pops up and everyone's trying to go in. But this is what it's hard for me to put into words that it feels like not only there is no value in what people are actually doing, but there is actually zero value that they're actually getting from the things they're doing. Because they're producing low effort things, and their low efforts are just reflecting that in the time that they did that low effort thing, they could be doing something of far more higher quality in the same or lesser time that they spent, and they could be getting paid for more if they actually wanted to do it. But this is exactly where I wanted to get to at the very beginning. That I'm suffering because I try putting a lot of effort into something that I think everyone would like, that I enjoy. I enjoyed making, and I like the end result. But apparently, no one likes it. Apparently, I'm like personified Satan for just like mentioning it. I thought that I was doing the correct thing, but apparently I'm like not. But like other people are doing it, and they're getting praised. And so it's just a lot of layers of double standards and just people just being selfish. because maybe they like to just point fingers and admit it, and admit that this is wrong, but for some but not for them. Like I'm in a position in my workplace where if I use AI or do anything that is minimally wrong, I could get not only laid off, but I could get also fined, and it's a serious fine. But apparently, like even the people that is leading governments, the people that are leading countries, they're doing things that are just have make no sense. They just do it because oh, we could make a lot of money from this. Like yeah, we could make a lot of money from this. Let the people behind the wall. You can say whatever you want about these people. You can say whatever you want about me, but I think that it should not be fair that these people are committing what are basically crimes against humanity on a regular basis, crimes against the religious values as some they claim to have, if those even are a thing. But they don't actually respect any of that, and they keep committing their crimes, their sins. They keep bastardizing everyone else, everyone that tries to make fun of them just because they're just because they're double sided, double faced, omelette face mask. They are not being punished, but I am for the most minuscule things. And so I really want people to think about this. Every single person that I talk to, I really want them to, I really put them to think about this. Like, at what point do you value everything that you do and everything that you see and consume in life? Because a lot of the time that I talk about this stuff with any adult, I usually get to the conversation of you're doing this for what we consider as value universally, and that is money. I would agree with that if money actually was of value. Because in a lot of these in a lot of places money is actually worthless, and there are far more better things than outright money. Remember Mr. Forgot the name of this guy, actually. I gotta look it up. Because remember Richie Rich? Richie Rich understood that concept first, and then I liked the movie for that. He understood the concept and made it broadly that money is not the most important thing in life, because there are just things that you cannot get with money. I really don't know how these people live. I probably am like the worst person to talk about this. Probably this is just a concept from other world that we should not be putting money as a priority. Oh, and call it an unpopular opinion or something, but I just think that no one in a clear and healthy state of mind should put money as the first and most important thing to have in life. Jesus Christ said to the rich people to give their good deeds to the poor. No, not just give them, share their good deeds with the poor, because they don't have the same things that you have. It's not about pity. It's not about just oh, I just feel for this guy. Maybe I should give him like $1 or two, just like make him feel better. It's not just about the money, but there are just so much better things that you could give out like money. Like, there used to be this. I think it was homeless guy. I actually cannot confirm if he was actually homeless, but I think he was a homeless guy. So he would come in every day into my workplace, and we always tried to like kick him out, but he was always trying to get at least one piece of soda. If he was quick enough that we wouldn't notice, he would also like steal something so that he could like either eat it or just resell it. But most usually he would just get a soda to just complement his alcoholic beverage. A really sweet soda, mind you, one of the cheapest ones as well. He just needed a little bit of comprehension. Sometime after we started being a little bit harsher with him, that we actually had to like kick him out. Not even kidding. We had to kick him out of the store. I should not be saying this so early. I probably like self-reported, but yeah, I work at a convenience store. That's where I got like most of my IRL experiences. I don't think everyone should be content with staying in one of the lowest place that modern capitalism can offer you. But yeah, we at some point we ended up kicking this guy out of the out of the store. I think he was getting like drugged every so often, that he would even threaten the the customers and the workers. Should this be enough? Yeah, I think it should be enough. And so everyone understand that this guy could be dangerous in in every sense of the word. Even if we just don't look at him for a moment, or he just uh, gets into the store and does something whenever we're not looking. It's a latent danger. I think that's the correct word to call it. A mistake waiting to happen or something. But shortly after, we increased our security, like the preparation of the people that are dealing with the store at the most intensive times of the day. We give them extra preparation. We get extra security, but at the same time, oh, you scared me. But at the same time that we took extra measures, he actually got a job really close to the convenience store, and we actually saw him working. That's what was most surprising about it. We saw him working. We realized it was not because of the money. He's actually stopped coming to the store entirely. And I don't think it was because he was scared, but I think it was because the people that he was working for treated him so well. Like, yeah, he still got like minimum wage, and whatever, because he's technically like irregular work, because he's technically not employed. But he stopped coming. I think he stopped getting drugged on a regular basis. I think I might have to confirm that rumor, and I'm lost. So he stopped getting drugged. He started working. He but he we realized that it was not because of the money that he was working for. But because our assumption was also that he was stealing stuff from the store in order to resell it to get more drugs, because that's how the usual addict operates. And a lot of people also don't believe this, that addicts would not be capable of doing harm or stealing just because they want a little kick. But they do. Doesn't matter if you're addicted to drugs, if you're addicted to gambling, if you're addicted to just getting a little tiny inch bit of more money. It doesn't matter what is that you're going after. If you would just want more of it, you're gonna end at a really bad place. The similarity that the drug addict at the convenience store, the Mr. Elon Musk, Mr. Donald Trump, Mr. whoever you want to point fingers to, is that we're humans. And so we understand that money is not everything, that we should care about more important things like ourselves, first and foremost, but also, secondly, ourselves as a group of people. And as a group of people, I mean just and anyone that is within your circle, like your friends, your family. I know definitely people that hate their family, and I'm there. Well, I don't really hate them. I should not have used that door, but I just think it would be better if we just take some distance. But I still try to take care for them, even if we have a complicated relationship. But this is where my whole argument come base. Like, we're all humans. We should not be caring that much about other things, because in the end, if you value the money, if you value the gambling, if you value whatever addiction you have more than your own life, or even more than just eating, you're really gonna get nowhere, and you're probably gonna get stuck down in hell, the hell of what Earth has already become, and the hell that you're gonna end up in, because you're one of the worst people to ever touch this earth. And I know that everyone should deserve like a second opportunity, a second chance, or whatever. But I don't know. It's just really, I don't know. Like, I even had also experience with people that also were gambling addicts. Like, I tried just lending them a tiny little bit of money, and as soon as they have the chance, they just run off with it. My own moral values, my own moral beliefs, probably just trying to like make me overthink it, make me like not actually do it myself, like pushing me off from maybe trying it, or just like enticed by the wrongdoing. It's just that I think people should really think about the things that they really value. I appreciate the work that I do in the sense of what it contributes to society, because even if you're just cleaning bathrooms, that is technically, by definition, a productive contribution to society, and there's no denying about that. You saying that you're doing something productive, and it's actually Number one, probably stealing from others. Number two, probably getting benefited of something that you didn't make, or just something that you are conscious is wrong, but you're just putting that thought of wrongdoing so far down beneath that you don't no longer know what's good or what's bad, and you should probably just take it back, try to actually rethink what you value, what you think people value, and what you would actually give value to. And of course, the answer sounds simple, but you're probably just gonna answer with money. Of course, who doesn't put value in money? But then it's a question like, do you suffer a lot in your economy that you actually have to care that much about money, or can you just live with enough and not care about your income or how you're spending it, as long as you're in a positive, of course. And that's what I mean. Like, if other people value money, why would you value money? Maybe you value a specific thing that money buys, and if you're into that thing, then maybe it's possible to get that thing that money buys without money. Holy shit! I just checked the recording. 53 minutes. I'm just rambling nonstop. So, what do you actually value? What do you think people value? And what you should be actually putting value into? These are three different questions with very varying responses. So let's say, for example, what church tells you is usually that the value of everything you do is within your good intended actions, to which those good intended actions have the value of demonstrating that you are doing God's work. And that's a bit of a mouthful, but it makes sense. And so technically going to church every day, it's something that is of value because you're basically doing God's work. You're basically doing God's work of being a good Samaritan by going to the church daily and sorry, not daily, by going to church every Sunday or every so often and listening to the hearings and actually doing what God deems as the correct thing. And everyone reinforces this idea by telling you that yeah, you're doing the good thing by going to church every Sunday, and that they're also doing the good thing by doing the regular activities that they might have there, and whatever. You know that your actions are good intended, and so they are good because they're also serving to God. God is giving you back that idea of that you should value the work that you're doing because it's with good intentions, and then the other people around you are also telling you that whatever you're doing is okay because you're following God's word, gospel. I think it's the correct word. So I say, why not apply this with everything that you do? Let's say for example, if I had to do this right now, what do I value? Like what do I give value to? What should I be giving value to? I give value to how productive or at least how creatively stimulating things feel to me. So let's say, for example, if I have to wash the dishes, I feel a little bit productive, but I also get this feeling in my mind that I also could be doing something that could actually produce me money instead of wasting probably a half an hour or not up to an hour washing dishes. And yes, I can spend up to an hour washing dishes, not because of laziness, but that's just how much they are. And then I know this kind of thought is something that a lot of people have. I should not be going to the parties because I know that I could be doing something more productive right now. Like I should not be like doing this thing because I could be doing something more productive, or I just don't feel productive enough doing this other thing, and I would rather do another thing. And some people just use that as just a way to escape from the responsibilities. I know, I've been there. But that's a point where I'm getting like, if you're using it as an excuse, do you actually value it? Like, not only the activity you're trying to escape from, but do you actually value whatever you're putting up as an excuse? Because if you get to the point where you use your work as an excuse, just out of pure laziness, or you just don't want to do whatever thing they're presenting you, you're getting to a point where you should be feeling pity for yourself because you're not respecting your humanity, and you're putting other things that you don't actually value over the things that you probably should be valuing. And I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. I know that I probably, if I give myself advice, I probably would not follow it. But I'm just telling you because I've been there. Just try to change the amount of value that you put in things. I used to put little to no value in just people, in just like spending time with people, and I know that that with this channel, it's probably something that I'm gonna be trying to put more effort into, just being more expressive, just being more not extroverts, because I definitely could be. I just sometimes just run out of battery, and that's the point where I just start devaluating everything else. But I think I'm gonna end there. It has been already like a really long time with me just rambling, and I don't know if I actually got anywhere. I'm gonna see that if I actually get to upload this video and maybe put it together in the first place. But yeah, that's gonna be your homework until we talk next time. Probably about the same thing or probably about the other thing. And I'm just gonna upload this video, hope that it gets at least one view, one commenter, one like. That's a whole objective for this video. And if we reach that goal, then cool. I know that I could at least make another one of these and probably not feel as guilty that it's probably a lower quality than something that I could have done in the same time. Because again, I'm not doing this out of just hoping that this would explode one day. I lost that hope long time ago, and it's probably something that I could cover for the next video. Actually, I probably should note it down. That there is this you get to this point of you get to this kind of mentality as a content creator that you're hoping that the things that you put a lot of effort into are really recognized, really go viral, and this can be applied to any part of your life. You're really hoping that the amount of work that you put into gives a correlation to the compensation or the reward gets increased. But there are just a lot of things where that just doesn't happen. And I think I really would want to talk about that, but I think we're gonna leave that to another video. So I think uh, I'm just gonna finish this floor and probably just this section of this rock, and I think we can leave the rest of the next video just probably to finishing the castle, at least giving a shape to the castle. So yeah, that's it. Can you like look at the front camera, please? So yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for tuning in. If you stayed if you stayed to this point, please put in the comments. I'm not a robot. Hashtag no slub. Hashtag iRobot. Hashtag uh, blue hype for president. And thank you. And I'll see you next time if we get to it. If this thing sees the light of the day. What the fuck is that? Are those dolphins? Are there already dolphins now? Oh no, this is regular fish.